I'm Karina, and my position in the rowing team is seat number 5. The seats can change, though. I mean, the coach will change around the seats depending on how your times are or where you work best. One of the first roles is the coxswain, and the coxswain yells commands or and is also steers the boat and makes commands for the rowers to tell them, either put pressure or if only one certain rower needs to row at a certain time.
So besides the coxswain, what else is there?
There are 2 different types of boats. There's usually a 4, which is four rowers, or an 8, and each seat, it goes by number. So from the bow is 1, which is the front of the boat, and the coxswain usually sits in the stern of the boat, and it goes down from there. So 1, 2, 3, and the oars alternate. And so the bow is usually port, which is the left side, and then the seat 2 is the starboard, and they alternate. And I mean, each rower is pretty equal. I mean, but the stroke seat, which is the 8 seat, is the closest to the coxswain, and all the other rowers face the stroke seat, and they follow the stroke seat. So the stroke is sometimes the most important, and then they also sometimes say that the 7 and the 6 and the 5th seat, like the first 4, are like the powerhouse.
How long have you been rowing?
Well, I started the fall season in college, and we're in the winter season now, and then I'll be doing the spring season as well. And I also rowed in high school, my freshman and sophomore year, and then I switched schools my sophomore year, and I started for a season at my new school, but I didn't continue it until now.
How does high school rowing compare to rowing at college?
It's really not that much different. Sacred Heart's rowing program is a little bit newer, so it's not as recognized here. But other programs at other schools are a lot more like hardcore.
Okay. Do you feel as a freshman on the team that you have to like try harder to earn respect from your coach, or to try harder to earn respect from your other teammates?
Yeah, it's interesting. So novices that came onto the team without having any experience, I think did have to earn a lot of respect. There were a few girls that were recruited for it, and they kind of automatically had the respect. They were really highly respected, actually. And then people like me who had rowed before but just decided to join were kind of like in that middle ground.
Right. You have some crazy early mornings, don't you?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, waking up is really, really hard. That's probably
I don't know how you do it.
My least favorite. Yeah, my least favorite is waking up at like 5:30 and having to be there. I mean, in the fall we had to wake up sometimes at like 4 to be there at 4:30.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was hard. And my favorite part is like the team aspect. Like when you have a boat that works really, really well together. And when you win, it, like, feels so good. Because when you're in the boat and you're rowing and you win or you do really, really well, you're not pulling for yourself. You're pulling for, like, your other teammates. Because if you were pulling, like, if I was pulling for myself, I would just give up. Like, I would just be like, well, I don't care.
Right.
And but you, like, know you have, like, 7 or 8 other teammates that you have to, like, keep going for. Because if you stop, then the whole boat gets messed up.
Right.
So it's that, like, really tight-knit feeling that, like...
It drives you to perform.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. What would you tell someone who is interested in being on the rowing team? Like, if I told you, hey, I'm interested in it, like, what would you say to me?
I would tell you to join. I mean, I've recruited, quotations, a lot of people this year, actually, to row. I mean, anybody can do it. It's not a hard sport to learn. I mean, once you get the basics down, it's really just how much effort and dedication, like, you put into it, rather than, skill or anything like that.
Because it does sound like it takes a lot of dedication.
It does.
Especially
It's
time.
Exactly. It's just commitment. I mean, everyone that I know that has joined and never rowed before has picked it up really fast.
Do you have a coach? I don't even know.
Yeah, we do have a coach, yep. Okay.
What does she do? Does she, like, plan workouts for you, or?
Yeah, she plans the workouts. So we have rowing machines in the pit that we use, and she'll plan the workouts. I'm not really sure how she does it. It's pretty much a surprise every morning. I mean, we go and she'll tell us the workout right there. Like, she's there every morning and she'll tell us the workout. It's really hard. I mean, erging is kind of a pain in the butt for...
What's erging?
Erging is a rowing machine.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
erging is a rowing machine. Yeah, we call them ergs. I don't really know why. Erging is nobody wants to erg because it's not like you're not on the water. I mean, we want to be on the water, but it gives you the same workout as being on the water would be.
Can you talk a little bit about, like, the roles of the captains on the team?
So they kind of coordinate they do a lot of our practice times too. Like Jackie, who is one of our captains, will email us the night before and tell us, like, if there's any updates or, like, what time we should come. They're kind of the communicating factor between the coach and the rest of us.
Is it a D1 sport here? I remember you said, can you just talk a little bit about what it means to be a D1 sport?
I mean, so you go through NCAA. I really think it's just, like, funding.
So you love it?
I do. I love it.
Are you going to do it next year?
Yes.